A news flash. Phil Collins is still alive. He was dead about an hour ago, but he's alive now. Again, in my skull, he was dead. But I have found out that in his skull, he is alive. And that's really good news for the Phil Collins that was in my head. For the Phil Collins that was in his head, no change. He's fine. Maybe feeling a little poorly, but not dead. So this is excellent news for the Phil Collins that was in my head. He has popped back into existence, and I'm pleased about that. I hope he puts out another song. So in my previous episode, I was acting on the assumption that he was dead. He wasn't. So, his sister, I saw it mentioned that she was pleased that he had made a comeback via his songs hitting the charts again. But it turns out, and I thought what she meant was that he had come back to life. But it turns out she meant his music had come back to life, which is great, And what is he anyway but his music for most of us, So he's back, Phil Collins. Now that's one of the great comebacks in rock. Okay. Now, what else? Well, I've got a woman down the street who came back from the dead like that. Mrs. Resurrection, we call her. I thought she was dead. Someone told me, oh, that woman down the street, she died. And I said, oh no, I kind of like her. She's always been walking with a frame and everything like that. And so she was dead for about 3 months, actually dead. My idea of her, was that person was dead. Not in her skull, but in my skull. And I was walking past her, what used to be her house, not too long afterwards, maybe. Oh, well, actually, it was a long time. It was at least a month or 2 or 3. And she came out and said hello. The shock of my life. Ever since then, we've called her Mrs. Resurrection. We give everybody names up and down the street. We've got another guy called Mr. Get Ripped, because I offered to give him a hand carrying a piece of fence once, and he told me to get ripped. And we've got another guy, he didn't want a hand. His brain was fried, unfortunately, as I understand it. Touched a wire, an electrical wire. So, I think half his brain